Good morning, beautiful souls. Welcome to our Monday meditation starting at base camp. I'm just going to take a few moments here to make sure we're streaming nice and clearly. We've had some issues in the last few weeks, but it looks like today we're pretty good. The sun is out, everything is blooming, everything is blossoming, and after our week away last week, so thank you for bearing with me last week as we were not in our own home. We're having some renovations done and all our floors being done. So we're all back at base camp. We literally are back in our house at base camp, which feels amazing, amazing. I have to keep an eye on my page. I might do a little walkthrough for those of you that have been following our reno. And we're literally back at base camp in terms of the root chakra and the flavor of the root chakra is, I have a right to be, I belong, I am rooted here in this body, on this earth, at this time, right here and now, and it is not a mistake, and I'm not in the wrong place. I am right here, and I deserve to be here, and I've been gifted this incredible human body and this incredible human experience on this incredible planet to take part in this amazing life. Whoa, good morning, Chantel. Look at you, first on. Whoop, whoop. If you're jumping on now, just say hello. And root chakra, base chakra, I say everyone's the most important, don't I? Want to get there because they all are so important. But when we tune into what is the energy of root chakra, it is so fundamental, of course, because it is our roots. Good morning, beautiful Yvette. Without our roots, without a house having foundations, it is nothing. It's going to fall down. It's the same with you. Our energy has to descend. You have to agree, literally give yourself 100% permission to be in this body. Do you know how many people I work with who are not in their body, who struggle? I know some of you know, who struggle to be in their body and really give themselves permission to feel all of the feels that you are here to have in this body. You are here to be a feeling machine, if you like, right? A feeling, this incredible feeling tool that receives all this feedback, biofeedback, physically, emotionally, mental thoughts, tapping into soul self, receiving and transmitting, and without giving yourself real permission to actually be here, to take up space, to acknowledge that you are somewhat on purpose. Yes, we can be pulling more into alignment all of the time, but your life matters. You matter. Your presence matters. Your love, your compassion, your kindness, your actions, your creations, they matter in the world. Because I think especially for women, good morning, beautiful Kerry, there can be this temptation to compare and see what others are doing and to really sort of belittle your own efforts or feel like whatever you do, it is never enough. Well, yes, you are one speck of a million billion stars, but you are still one speck of stardust. You are still one speck of source. You are also powerful beyond measure. And the impact that you have had on people is far greater than you will ever know. Yeah, so base chakra is very much about stake in the ground time. I'm here. I'm here. Let me experience it all. Let me feel it all. Let me be the highest I can be in every moment. Let me feel joy. Let me see beauty. Let me create as she creates. Yeah, as Divine Mother creates. So along with this, we need a little bit of faith, right? We need to keep reminding ourselves in a world based currently on fear and rather a lot of destruction. So Prithvi Mudra is a mudra that really helps with this. Prithvi Mudra, it helps us to ground. It helps us to stay connected to the earth, to anchored. It helps us to build a sense of trust and faith that as we put one step in front of the other, we are going to keep being supported and we are moving in the right direction. The Bij mantra, the sound, the seed sound for the base chakra is Lam. Lam. So that's the sound that activates the chakra in its kind of simplest and purest form. So we'll be using Lam. And we'll be working with more focus on the exhale breath, the exhale of the descending energy that is anchoring us, rooting us down. And we'll be playing, those of you that are more comfortable with the breath, of just suspending the exhaling of that breath. So right at the end, just pausing, that beautiful space of infinite potential. When we hover in that space between the end of the exhale and the next inhale, we are really playing in that space of faith and trust, trusting that our bodies will take the next breath in when that next breath is needed and not before, that we don't have to rush it, that the breath will still be there even if we leave it for a while, and that it will come back in. And perhaps we can stretch that a little bit. Perhaps we can go beyond what our mind expectations is, which is, I'm going to breathe in, I'm going to breathe out. Maybe we can stretch that a little bit, right? Maybe we can go beyond what we think our capacity is, right? This is how powerful these practices are. They are training you to live in a more aligned way, in a less rushed way, in a less controlling way, and to be able to build faith and trust in your own deeper inner wisdom and intelligence. So good morning, good morning, good morning. I think we've had a few others jump on, so do feel free to leave a little message and say hi. It's always lovely to know who's on. And if you're watching the replay, the same. I know we have silent watchers because people tell me when I see them, I'm like, I didn't know you were on. So let us know that you're here. And if you're watching the replay, it's always lovely. Let's come into the practice. So Prithvi Mudra, just resting those hands down by your side. And closing your eyes. We cannot ground in our space if we are resistant to our space. So this part of our meditation where we allow the space that we're in is fundamental in truly being here. And it's not just in our meditation. This is a practice we need to take off the mat, to accept and allow our environment, knowing what we can change and allowing what we can't change in that moment, so that we're not in constant resistance of wanting to fix and shift our immediate reality. Can you just be, allowing the sounds today wherever you are, letting them just fade into this tapestry of experience that you are sitting right in the middle of. Can you welcome and allow the different senses? Perhaps there is color and light that you can sense behind closed eyes. Sensation of temperature and movement of air or stillness against your skin. The feeling of your clothing and your body. Any sensations within your body, not needing to label them positive or negative. They just are. And as you welcome all the sensations within your body, welcome to this sensation of the weight of your whole body, your whole presence, and how you are sitting, feeling the support underneath you, feeling your connection. Tune into that connection point between you and what you are sitting on and the earth beneath you. Feel the weight of your body on the support of the earth. Relax into that support. As you relax, send the roots of your awareness deeper down into the earth. Sophia Gaia, the sentience within Mother Earth, is a beautiful reminder and a resource for you to stay anchored, to stay rooted and connected to a vast energy source that is filled with unconditional love, that is abundance itself. Send those roots of awareness down, not just a little bit down, but all the way, as if you are traveling to the very womb heart of Mother Earth herself. And then start to come into your breath. Give yourself permission to receive all of your breath everywhere. Welcome in every part of you, from your toes to your feet, to your heels, your calves, your shins, your knees, your thighs, your buttocks, your whole pelvis, womb space, hara, solar plexus, all of your internal organs, your heart, the front of your chest, the back of your chest, your shoulder blades and shoulders, your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, wrists and hands, your neck, your jaw, your cheeks, your eyes, your nose, your whole head, your whole body. Connected, receiving, transmitting. This beautiful body. Being breathed. And then guide your awareness to your base chakra, right at your perineum. The color of this chakra is a beautiful deep red. You might like to, if you're struggling to sort of sense this area, just activate your pelvic floor a couple of times, gently gathering in and up and release, gathering in and up and release a few times. Just to bring a deeper sense of this region. And anchor your awareness here. As we focus even more deeply again on the breath. So allow a full breath in, just a natural full breath. And exhale. Let that exhale take you deeper into your roots. Inhale. And exhale. So let's inhale for 4, 3, 4, and exhale, lengthen that breath. Say for 5. And I'm going to let you count in your own time so that you can find your own rhythm. So inhale for 4. Exhale for 5. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 5. And as you get towards the end of that exhale, it's going to become a little more active. But I want you to draw your navel center in. Don't push down. Draw in and slightly up with your navel center, because your diaphragm is actually lifting even though we're bringing the energy down. So navel in and up, energy down. Inhale, relax the belly. Exhale for 5. And if 5 is comfortable, try and exhale for 6. See if that's okay. You don't want to strain. You don't want to be gasping on the inhale. So moderate yourself. Now you might like to just keep with this breath, particularly if you're new to breath. And feel free to just come back to natural breath at any time. If you're comfortable with this, let's have a little play with hovering and pausing at the end of the exhale. So dive into that still space at the end of the exhale. And you might be surprised how peaceful it is in that void. That there is no rush to take the next breath in. Continue a few more rounds, just exploring this breath in for 4. If you can, breath out for 6. And the pause at the end of the exhale. And then come back to natural breath, renewing your awareness of your base chakra, noticing how you feel. The whole quality of your breath and rhythm may have naturally now changed from the practice. So holding your awareness here in base chakra as we now come into the mantra LUM, sensing that sound wave emanating out right from your root, like ripples out when you drop a pebble in a pond. Taking a breath in. LUM, 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 LUM. And just starting to take that a little quieter. LUM, 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 and then taking it internally. And then let go of the mantra. You can always use it to bring you back if you find your mind strays a little too much. But allow yourself now just to dive into the stillness, just to simply be. And from this place of rooted presence and stillness, affirm for yourself, I belong. I have a right to be. I am in my purpose and aligning more and more to my highest self and clearest actions all of the time. My presence is needed in the world. My presence matters. I matter. And whatever I am doing, wherever I am, showing up in my highest matters. Can you feel the steadiness of the energy affirming completely those statements within you of who you are? It's unshakable. You are unshakable. Take a deeper breath in and out. when we are anchored, when we are rooted, when we trust ourselves and our highest self, there's a steadiness, there's an unhurriedness to our being, even in the lightning decisions that may sometimes be made, even in the speed at which often things move when we are fully aligned. There's still a spaciousness within that because we're not pushing it. Yes? We're not hurrying anything along. We know things can happen just like that. And so we just focus on being and taking another step and holding the frequency and the vibration of faith and trust and knowing, not expectation. Expectation can put us too far out in front of our bodies, but the knowing, the faith, the trust of what we know to be true, of what we can feel is for us. Have a look around you. Notice how you feel in this moment, and take a few moments before you head off to really feel the energy of this and how you want to move through your day in this energy, deeply present and anchored. Next step, deeply present and anchored. Next step, deeply present and anchored. Next step, deeply present and anchored. Holding that peace. Don't let anyone steal your peace, your presence, your knowing. You have that. You have that now, yes? Let me know if you feel that now. I feel this knowing in me. I feel present. Even if you don't know a tangible answer to something, there's a knowing that all will be revealed in the perfect time. Stay present with you and you will see those signposts. You will understand them. You will feel them. You will be guided, and then boom. So much magic. So let me know how you're feeling here below. Right now in this moment, get used to expressing it, verbalizing it, making it tangible, right? Putting words to it, putting it out there in the world, affirming it. Very, very important part of this work. And if you want to practice putting incredible vibrations out in the world and becoming that vibration, because you need to become the vibration of that which you want to attract more of, then consider joining me on Saturday. We're doing the last kirtan for the year. It's going to be a beautiful kirtan. The weather, I think, has turned for the better. And so ideally, we'll be sat out around my beautiful oasis pool. We're going to do a floating mandala and really sharing in the high frequency of vibration of sound, using mantra and song and melody to connect with the divine in a really powerful way. And when we do that together in community, it's even more uplifting, not just for us, but for everyone on the planet and the planet herself. So consider joining us for that. It will be super, super sweet. I'm really feeling the sweetness of it already. And obviously we're stepping into this energy of Christmas and peace and unconditional love and what that true message is. So beautiful opportunity to join us. Chantel, I feel the knowing and the relief of letting go of expectation. Yes, the relief of letting go of expectation. Can you feel that expectation is such a different energy to knowing? And yet we could persuade ourselves that it's the same, right? It's just going, I just know that I know. And I just know. I can't show you how. I don't necessarily have tangible proof, but I just know that things are moving in this direction. I've had this so many times in my business career, and it is what has carried me forward and helped me to invest in things. You know, like when I've run really big retreats or big events, I've had to put a lot of money out front often without knowing that anyone's going to come, because I know there's a feeling in me. It's a calling. It's a rising energy. It's a divine push from within, right? I'm not pushing out here. It's this divine nudge forward to say, yes, do this, offer this, book this in, lock this in, right? Trust. There's a knowing there. without the expectation of what that looks like, because everything is created perfectly for what we need to experience, yeah, for our own personal path of growth. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. And living in this way builds more faith and more faith and more faith, because you start to trust yourself, not what your mind is saying in comparison and in relation to everything else going on in the world. You get to walk your own freaking path. You get to carve your own path. And that path, let me tell you, brings so much incredible magic, so much wonder, so much beauty, so much abundance, so much less effort. Not that we don't put our heart and soul and work hard into things, but the efforting that comes from pushing, from the expectation, from the comparison, from the trying to bring things into the world that your mind says you should do, as opposed to what you feel inspired to do, where the energy is right there for, where the joy is there for, where there is a willingness, where there is a knowing. Work doesn't feel like work. Yeah. All right. Go forth and have a beautiful, easeful, knowing day, everybody. And keep coming back to this practice. I encourage you this week, each day, pop a little high, replay if you do that. It'll help others to see this as well. And I'm going to go because I'm just getting a little thing that my battery is about to die. So have a beautiful week. I hope to see you on Saturday at the Kirtan. Let me know if you're joining us. Have a beautiful day. Have an incredible week.